Hey everybody, we are here after a restart, playing some Oxygen Not Included, and it's running like a cool flippin' breeze right now, so we got nothing to worry about. I was thinking about some stuff. First I was like, you know, we got some contaminated... it's not really... Contaminated oxygen is not the problem, as much as CO2 is the problem right now. So we don't really need an air deodorizer, that's fine. But I want something that takes CO2 and spits out oxygen. The algae terrarium does that. I was thinking, like, I mean, if the game models things perfectly, which I'm not saying it should have to. Yeah, algae terrariums should do exactly the same thing, but the problem is that it requires the use of algae. Do plants just do it? Yields... no, it doesn't seem like mealwood produces anything for us. So we are still working on getting electrolysis, basically, in order to make that happen. Because right now we're not in a bad spot by any stretch, but we would like to remove as much as much carbon dioxide from the system as is possible. Like up here, oh, it's actually getting breathable up here. Although there is still some contaminated oxygen. It seems like it's coming through in the clutch for us. So what's our plan here, in case you haven't been watching recently? Power is like, what is oh, Fox doesn't have a cot. Power is a serious problem for us. Shit, there's like really no place to put this guy. Power is a real problem. So we're gonna make a hydrogen generator. Wait a minute. Does this just need to go into the hydrogen? You know what I'm thinking here. Like, this kind of looks like the pump. Does this just need hydrogen to go in here? We'll see what happens, I guess, after we build it. Because it's the first time I've ever done it. I don't think we need to worry about it. Use the mop tool to clean up their mess. Dan Giesling. Thanks, Dan, for pissing all over the floor. Spreads like 30 tiles. Well, at least if you clean it up, I don't mind. But, come on, dude. I mean, we have a bathroom for a reason. It was out of commission, I see. Actually, you know what we'll probably want to do is make another bathroom. I was also thinking, like, gas vent overpressurized. Yeah, that seems right. That seems right. Well, we don't want to vent this gas anywhere else, though, is the problem. So we might have to deal with some contaminated oxygen coming through. We knew this was going to happen. I just didn't think that maybe it was going to happen so fast. That's okay though. So go here. Well, what are we supposed to do with our shit gas then? We could mine another cave, but we don't really want to mine it down here because it can cause problems for us. So, I mean, we could do it though. We could open up this like chlorine gas area, possibly lead to their deaths. Oh, did somebody else just piss all over the floor? It's contaminated water everywhere, man. It's gonna lead to the spread of disease. Okay, could you guys please come up here? Research center idle is not something we need to worry about. Power is something we need to worry about. So if you could just get this shit on the go, I'd be really happy. Sure, you're delivering sandstone. I appreciate it. I mean, that's great. I guess they're preoccupied doing this sweeping job right now. Fair enough. It sucks for air down here? Wow, it like really sucks for air down there. We should, I mean, if people are gonna be mining down here, we should at least throw down like a couple algae terrariums or something, because they're not gonna be able to get any like mining efficiency done. So the cot for Malf has been built, which is great. We're building a ladder here just so we can do more mining. Okay, cancel this build. Just get this whole thing taken care of, and then we'll worry about it some more. Because for right now, this is fine. We need a good power source in order to make this happen. Insufficient resources to make an algae terrarium or to run the algae terrarium. Insufficient oxygen generation. It's actually not that bad right now. See, we're mining more algae out here. At least that's the idea. And I don't know what this slime's going to do for us, but we're going to have it pretty soon. So we're also going to build another storage compactor down here. And we got a skill increase Nick's digging is now level 2. And another duplicate coming soonish. But not immediately. Cycle 19 report ready. Wow, we made a ton of oxygen. No, we made 2 grams, 3 grams of oxygen. We took a lot of calories out of the system, so I'll tell you what, we're just gonna add another, 6 mush bars in there. Yeah, that seems fine to me. And we continue to march ever onwards towards one day, at least we're producing oxygen down here now. March ever onwards towards, one day actually having power. It's on its way. That's all I'll say for now. Oh, you know what? There is a little bit of urine still left up there. We probably want to build another toilet soon. Oh, we're getting obsidian. I love it. We don't really need to mine this out. We can cancel this order. Alright. There's not enough power to get any research done, but we're slowly, yet surely, getting there. Build a quick ladder up here just so we can get enough space to finish this mining. And we're going to do exactly the same thing we did for the water. We're just going to basically make power, close this off, and then release the hydrogen gas and hope that nobody gets caught in the inevitable, hydrogen release that is going to lead to us possibly, not being able to breathe. Because it's hydrogen gas. And then we'll hope we never need to, service this, this hydrogen area ever again. Although we are definitely going to need to, mine this to make more hydrogen, and then this, and then there's going to be chlorine gas in there, and who knows? I mean, how much power do you get out of 1 gram of hydrogen? It's got to be a lot, right? I mean, I knew this at one point in, high school level chemistry. We should build medical beds as well. And in fact, if we can ever get the... You all right down there, Austin? If we can ever get, the oxygen set up down here, this might be a good area with which to build, another, another bedroom, to be honest with you. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. So first off, sweep this up. Now comes the all-important power generation. I hate that this is contaminated oxygen, but it's, I guess, because we've been doing a bunch of mining up there. Everything else looks relatively okay. So, what comes next? Well, that gets swept. Power. Hydrogen generator. So we'll just slap that bad boy into the ground there, and then we'll build electrical wires. We're just going to keep everything wired up into one grid for now. I wish that our duplicates had more personality. Yeah, that's my problem right here, is that we don't have enough storage areas. We're just basically, these are basically garbage cans that are never going to be emptied, but they do hold miscellaneous resources that we could use. What do you mean no research? Wait, did we completed sanitation? All right, get to work on pressure, I guess. We don't need temperature. Fertilizer maker. We already have a. We already have cooking, so... Or, sorry, not cooking. We already have compost. Keep throwing stuff down here. It's taking a while here. Contaminated oxygen. But now that we have electrolysis, we can use water... Oh my god, things are moving too fast here. We can use water to produce oxygen. We are at insufficient oxygen generation. By kind of a lot. It is not pumping at all here anymore, so that makes sense. Where are you going that it's unbreathable? Oh, basically everywhere, huh? Okay, so probably atmospheric pressure too low? That's a terrifying sight. Okay, so we should then build an electrolyzer. Produces a steady supply of oxygen when using piped-in water. Must be built on the ground. Piped in water. Piped in water. There's still like 1,000 kilos of water here, right? Alright, here's what we're gonna do. Here's how we're going to do this. This is how we're going to do this. We are going to disconnect this pipe. And then we're going to move piping around, and we're going to create an electrolyzer. Like, should be like here. So I'll tell you what, yeah, okay. I know exactly what I'm going to do. It's going to take a little while here, though. Do that. Then build some tiles. Okay, so it's a multi-stage process. People are not able to breathe right now, which is kind of a problem. Yeah, get that ladder the hell out of there. Please build another tile. Don't fall asleep there. This is bad timing. You guys may die overnight, so I'd rather you didn't. We're gonna build an electrolyzer right here. Well, shit. We're gonna build an electrolyzer here when we can. And then we're gonna pipe water into it. It probably needs to be connected to the grid, I imagine, as well. Who made a mess? I made a mess? Well, that's life, dude. That's life. Like, you know, sometimes you gotta urinate. You know? Don't beat yourself up over it. It's no big deal. At least it all went down to, like, a relatively sensible area. We gotta keep this toilet, like... This toilet's gotta get taken care of faster. Yo, our stress is getting up there, dude. We're gonna start... Oh, Jesus Christ. We're gonna start facing some problems here. The colony's falling apart. We're not producing. We're producing. We're not consuming enough shit. The shit's being produced way faster than it's being consumed. Oh, you should be able to take anything in there. Okay. So we have the electrolyzer now. The electrolyzer has no power and no input. That's fine. This is a start. So the power comes in here. Oxygen, I think we're going to find, is a pretty important resource. So that's got to get taken care of. Then we're going to make piping. And the piping is going to come from down here, even though it's not functional right now. And the piping is just going to go like this. And then we're going to deconstruct this pipe right here. Hopefully that doesn't deconstruct a wire. It does. That's fine. We'll just go power, set up another electrical wire, and then do so. All right. So this electrolyzer has to get done pretty quick. Then the other thing we need to do is this thing needs to be deconstructed, which means that we need to deconstruct this, which means we're going to flood this place with carbon dioxide slowly. Okay, thank you. Yes. But then after you deconstruct it, you're going to rebuild it. Just slightly lower, which is going to require more power. Okay, good job. Now having two water pumps actually makes sense. So, or two liquid, not liquid pipes, water, liquid pump. There we go. Yeah, I know. I mean, it sucks down there. Don't get me wrong. No, the water is so secondary to what you actually need to do right now in order for us to function as a... Like, look at this contaminated air, dude. It's all coming back. Yo, we got other problems, boys. Fuck the water. You gotta build the pipe. Not even the pipe, sorry. You gotta build the wires, you gotta build the conduits, you gotta build the pump. Oh, the pump's getting built. Okay. Last thing. Electrical wire. And then, once it's built, we'll see where the water intake needs to come. Because, like, I'm not sure if you've noticed, but contaminated oxygen causing some problems right now. Okay, the pump's active, it just needs power. Water's already hooked up. This thing should start working. Please start making oxygen as quickly. It looks like it's doing a good job. Status, empty pipe. There's no liquid in the pipe. It's just taking time. It's just taking time. Status, no power. Now that's where we're doing this up here, which is still taking some time, but will be done here momentarily, hopefully. You should be storing all, by the way. Okay. Something, it's gonna start to fight back, dude. It's gonna start to fight back. Oh, maybe another duplicate? I'm sorry. Reject all. Reject all. I don't want any more duplicates right now. We got things on the go. Cycle 21. Oh, food shortage. 0 kilocalories, you dummy. You haven't been producing food. Okay, fabricate as much of those as you can. We ate another 9,000 kilos today. Stress went up. Oxygen, we made 6 kilos. So that's a start. All right, tomorrow's a brand new day, dude. Tomorrow's a brand new day. Although I will say, we got work to be done. But we did... Please tile that off. Okay, once that's tiled off, I think this one electrolyzer might do enough to keep us in the money for a little while here. And then the last thing that we need to do is finally get this power hooked up. So I just want to make sure they're doing the right thing here first. So this needs to be tiled. No, never suck up water from there. It needs to go to the electrolyzer. Oh, okay, well, you know, I wish you wouldn't. Okay, now that you're out of there, construct this. Where are we putting our shit right now? There's like no place to put anything. Everything's in storage, man. Okay, okay. Food beyond reach, that'll get taken care of. No gas intake. Empty pipe. Yes, okay, so... No gas intake. What we're doing is we're going to crack this right into here. So we want a manual airlock here is probably the thing that we want to build first. I don't know what the airlock's built out of. What is it built out of? Copper ore? We got tons. That's nothing wrong with that. Alright, so the electrolyzer is pumping out oxygen, and it's looking nicer in here. Although it's not great right here. Starvation. Yeah. That makes sense to me. It's going to take us a little while to make more food. I guess I should just leave this standing order on, like, at all times. We really need to take care of this contaminated oxygen as well. Which we can do with an air deodorizer. Does require power, as you might expect. You know what? Let's just build a deodorizer right there for now, just to protect us up top. Stress, 69% on Josh. Stress vomiting. These units are so stressed they've started throwing up. Please don't throw up into the water supply. Alright, so the airlock has been built. Now, no gas intake and empty pipe. So, I don't understand if I just put gas into this room, will that work? Or do I actually need to pump gas into the room? Like, gas apparently needs to get there. So, a gas pipe needs to go like this. And then a gas pump needs to go like this. So try not to breathe too much of the hydrogen when you start to do this job. But if you can get it working, this could solve all of our power problems temporarily. And we're going to start to fight back against the scourge of hypoxia as well. Like, I don't like that we're sleeping in areas that are described as being barely breathable. 70%. We really want the stress to come down. Hopefully overnight that's going to be possible. But Nick is jamming on that loaf maker, dude. He's producing as much as is conceivable. Somebody's got to come up here and they got to build this power for us. We had some problems, you know. We weren't able to breathe. That was creating issues. Now we got, you know, an inability to eat. But I think we're going to get there. See, everybody's hungry. Let's head to Mr. Spriggs, get us some ribs. 347 South Air Depot. Please. I'm begging you. Prioritize this job. What else is even... There's no other jobs right now. Everybody's just eating and dying. Taking a shit. As is necessary. Okay, well, I mean, I'll tell you what. You should make another storage compactor. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Okay. Deliver the pipes. I know, it sucks. Breathing up here is really shitty. But I have the utmost faith in you. Why are you picking up sand, man? Well, what was the, So plumbing or refinement? Biodistiller. Converts slime into algae. We need that. Water purifier. Water purifier uses sand to purify contaminated water. Okay, so I'm assuming contaminated water comes in, and then uncontaminated water comes out. So is there any way to make like an actual... Oh, we can make a lavatory. Okay, so the next thing we'll do is, once we get power working, we'll make an actual bathroom instead of having to use this outhouse. And then we can have pipes that can handle everything, and then we'll purify the water. We'll purify the contaminated water, aka the poopy, and we'll convert it into clean water that we can use for like our algae makers. So the electrolyzer's doing great work right now. I mean, we got issues. I'm not going to say that we don't have issues. We need a bioconverter to convert slime into algae. Before we do this, we need to be able to get up here. The thing is, once we get up here, once we get power, we don't need to come into this room anymore. So, you know, although it's very slow for them to get their work done right now, once it's done, it's done. Please don't flood the whole base with hydrogen gas. That's the only thing I ask. I think it's a modest proposal. Wow, our water pump is already done, huh? Well. Just keep pumping out those loaves, dude. Thank you, Mathis. It's gonna take another day. That's fine. Food is a less pressing concern than oxygen, and we're handling oxygen, albeit slowly. Oh, God. Michael Ale Fox just pissed himself. Once this lavatory gets handled, I'm gonna feel a lot better about myself. Right now, though, we're spending like all day making food. I mismanaged this, which I think is very understandable. Life sucks down here, dude. There is breathable oxygen, but not a whole hell of a lot of it. How much... You emit clay as well. Why are you using so little contaminated oxygen? Probably because there isn't much contaminated oxygen. All right, let's try to, you know, do a couple of things at the same time here. So we're going to throw down an air deodorizer and then connect it. We also want our grid to be down here at some point regardless, so. Getting closer. Hydrogen gas is going to start to fill this room. Food shortage, starvation, but less units are starving. These are going to become unreachable. They already are unreachable, so you got to dig through those. We're going to get there, man. I feel it. I feel it down in my plums, etc., etc. We are going to be able to generate power for this base. Keep making these wires. That'll make it more inhabitable down here. We get more slime. We convert the slime into algae. I know we just completed research. I'm going to say that let's not worry about research for now. It's a secondary concern. We're so close. So close. Build the pipe. Build the pump. Build the pump! They're building the pump. This is going to hook our grid up to hydrogen gas, which is now inside of our base. I guess we need like a double airlock system. So you should be producing hydrogen. You have no power. That's fine. I will figure this out. You need power to pump. Get it? Need power to pump. Okay, less contaminated air is making it out here. Atmospheric pressure too low. That scares me because I don't understand how to deal with that at all. We got 1,000 kilocalories. 3 people are starving. It's the power, Jim. It's the power. Somebody pissed on the ground again. They pissed in the water. And now the water's contaminated. It's working. It's working. Okay. Power should no longer be a concern. Look at this battery. It's charging so quickly. Robert, you don't need to do that anymore. That's for the lowborn. Alright, so now what do we do to get this... to get this situation more under control? I mean, there's a list. How much time you got? Step 1, I think, is we dig down. And we're going to make like an actual lavatory. So let me look at what that requires. 5 kilograms per use. Excuse me. We want the lavatory to be in the center of the room. And we want... clean water comes in, dirty water goes out. Okay. It's going to be slightly complicated, but that's alright. So we're going to make it 3 tiles high, just so we understand what we're doing there. We're going to build this motherfucker. And then I really think that this shitty bathroom is causing us half of our problems here. So get this dug. Get this dug. How'd we do today? Still starving. We have 0 extra food. Is there anything that produces food for us? What do you mean pump, not in gas? Is there anything that produces food for us automatically? Not yet. Yeah, duplicants still have to do this. Lashing out. Oh, Christ. Kate broke a building to relieve her stress. I wish you wouldn't. I wish you wouldn't. But to be honest with you, we don't necessarily need that tiny battery. Somebody repair this, please. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, it would be nice to have the tiny battery. I'm doing a lot with hydrogen gas here, although, to be honest, it's almost out of hydrogen gas already. This is going to hell in a freaking handbasket, man. So we want these, like, batteries up here. The idea, I guess, if we have enough batteries, then we're not wasting hydrogen that otherwise, you know, would be more valuable for us being saved, I suppose. But we can always crack into this hydrogen source and then this one, but I worry that we're using, like, we're using too little power right now to compensate for the amount of power we're generating. Like, we have no problems now. We actually, it's very easy for us to get enough power. But we're almost out of hydrogen here. So we got to get ready to crack into this one, which has another 1,000 grams. Or we could start going towards coal, which probably will last us a little longer. This thing's... we're not building as much power as we used to. Maybe it's still enough to last us for a while, though. Starvation is not good. But our lavatory situation is kind of like... I think that's step 1. Nobody's idling, so I'm not thinking we should set more research right now. What we could do is... wow, we have people at 100% stress. What we could do is... set up another food-making station. Actually seems like highly sensible. And there's already power coming down here, so you know what? Try to make some food, like, right here. I don't think we should need to. I think it's my own personal fault for taking on too many replicants that we have to take 2. Or we have to make 2, I should say, but... I think we're generating enough water that we could probably do this, although water is going to be a problem. We're draining these natural resources, you know, faster than I expected. No, new duplicants, reject all. Not interested right now. Times is tough, man. Okay. We're starting to purify this area, so that's good. You should basically make mush bars until you can no longer make mush bars. And we got a lot more hydrogen gas. I don't know where this came from, but maybe it fits through the walls or something here. I don't know. Semi-permeable. This episode is definitely damage control, but we finally did get power made. So what's our final thing that we want to do here? The lavatory has to get set up. And then, again, it's going to take in clean water. How is it conceivable that you no longer have power? Yeah, okay, that makes perfect sense. Oh, because we built the tile over top. It hasn't been working for hours! Do we need to actually do it like this? Yeah, maybe. So we also need... Oh, you might not be able to do it like that. We need clean water to come in here. And then we need a place to vent dirty water. Vent is not the right word, but you get the idea. No liquid output. So basically, I actually think that we should probably just dig, like, a septic tank. Like a really, really wide-ass septic tank here. We're learning a lot about sustainability as we do this. We can make showers now, too. We're learning a lot about sustainability. And what are we learning about sustainability? Better dig those septic tanks a little deeper, man, because it's not totally convinced that it's getting the job done here and will get the job done into perpetuity. But either way, I think that's going to do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. We need stress relief, no doubt. And oxygen and food are a problem, although we do have a surplus of food. Well, it says we have a shortage, but we have a surplus relative to where we used to be. So for now, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.